Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but
it's gonna
be difficult. You take it to your home.
I'm taking them. And ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it come fight night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
Only 2 months remain until Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez's biggest showdown, and chaos is already in full swing. A leaked video has stirred drug testing controversies, the ring size is under debate, and one fighter was even spotted popping wheelies during training. This fight could turn into a war long before the first bell. The scale of it is shocking, not just in hype but in hard numbers. Rumors place the total purse at $200 million, with Canelo taking home an incredible $150 million, 3/4 of the pot. Meanwhile, Crawford, the undefeated two-division undisputed champion, surprised fans on a podcast when he casually revealed, "I got $10 million for that fight."
What number makes sense for you? What's fair?
I got $10 million for that fight.
That's a lie.
How you know that's a lie?
To fight Canelo?
Yeah.
That's a lie.
I'm doing it for the opportunity, baby.
Yeah, that's
The
good.
legacy.
Benny couldn't believe it. Was Crawford downplaying the payday? Was he just trolling? Turns out, he wasn't. Crawford doubled down, making it clear that for him, legacy means more than money. The build-up promises just as much drama as the fight itself, with a 3-stop promotional world tour set to kick off. It begins June 20th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, before moving on to New York and Las Vegas. And if early reports are right, this tour won't be limited to mic drops and flashing cameras. Terence Crawford's clash with Canelo Alvarez, a fighter who has been at super middleweight since 2018 and even ventured into light heavyweight, will be brutal both inside the ring and in the politics outside of it. Still, Crawford accepted the challenge without a rehydration clause in the contract, a condition most fighters insist on to avoid massive overnight size disadvantages.
3-time undisputed. Ooh, coming soon.
That's when you retire because basically there's nothing you could do after that. If you were able to get 3-time undisputed, 3 different weight classes, there's nothing you're gonna accomplish after that, right?
Crawford's hand speed remains intact and his technique razor sharp, but online debates are raging. Some argue he looks stronger than ever, while others worry he's lost a step, slowed by added muscle and the wear of age. The stakes couldn't be higher, yet doubts linger about whether he's physically prepared. Recent training footage shows Crawford visibly bulkier, working to pack on the size needed to match Canelo's natural frame. Crawford isn't just preparing for a championship bout, he's bracing for a showdown that could turn physical, fueled by expectations, the money gap, and the brewing mind games. If a meltdown happens, Riyadh might be where the spark ignites. While Crawford grinds in silence, Canelo Alvarez is grabbing attention by popping wheelies on motorbikes during camp. The stunt, caught on camera and spread across social media, split opinions. Some saw it as a carefree flex, a champion enjoying life and flaunting his confidence. Others called it psychological warfare, a calculated move to rattle a focused opponent. Analysts are divided. One camp believes Canelo's relaxed vibe is bait, sending the message, "I'm unbothered, you're the one with everything to prove." The other sees it as a mask for pressure, even insecurity, because the stakes are massive for him, too. His legacy, his record-breaking payday, and his status as the face of boxing all hang in the balance. It's worth remembering that Canelo struggled in his last outing, falling short of dominating William Skull the way many expected. Some insiders feel his aura of invincibility has faded, and he knows it. The flashy motorcycles and bravado might just be smokescreens for deeper nerves. What makes this so explosive is the contrast. Canelo flaunts power and polish, while Crawford steps in with everything to prove and nothing to lose.
2, 3, 2, 3, 2, double 1, boom. That's a shot. 2, 3, 2, 3, 2,
The tension keeps rising, and when these two finally meet face-to-face on the first stop of the promotional tour, the mix of ego, pride, legacy, and mind games could erupt into more than just a stare-down. As if the weight gap and purse disparity weren't enough, fans now have another red flag to debate: the size of the ring. Reports claim the super fight between Crawford and Canelo will take place in an 18-foot ring, a full 4 feet smaller than the traditional 20 by 20 championship rings used for decades. On paper, it might seem like a minor detail, but in boxing, it's everything. The decision has already drawn backlash, with critics calling it a movement ban. Smaller rings mean less room to maneuver, fewer chances to evade pressure, and more forced exchanges. For a pressure fighter like Canelo, who thrives on cutting off the ring and punishing opponents up close, it's a huge advantage. But for slick movers like Terence Crawford, fighters who rely on rhythm, timing, and angles, it's a potential trap. Veteran boxing observers were quick to point out that no legend, not Muhammad Ali, not Floyd Mayweather, not Roy Jones Jr., ever fought for a title in a ring this small. The 20 by 20 standard wasn't just tradition, it was meant to balance aggressive and defensive styles fairly. The fact that Turki Al-Sheikh, Saudi Arabia's entertainment authority head and the lead promoter, is involved in both venue selection and event organization has only fueled more suspicion. While not outright favoritism, critics argue that this ring decision clearly doesn't help Crawford, especially when combined with the lack of a rehydration clause, a massive size disadvantage, and the public's demand for a toe-to-toe war.
Whoa, fight fans, the Alvarez-Crawford showdown just got spicier. No rehydration clause, that's huge. Alvarez could be packing an extra 20 pounds of power on fight night. But here's the million-dollar question. Will it matter against Crawford's supreme skills?
On June 14th, Terence Crawford proudly posted a photo of VEDA testing officials arriving at his training camp, confirming everything was in order.
I slapped Steelers so hard. They here to test me for steroids.
Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, bud. Let's go. 1, 2. Damn, bud.
Despite repeated calls for transparency, Canelo Alvarez's team has yet to release any VEDA documentation, footage, or public statement confirming that testing is underway. The message from Crawford's side was clear: he has nothing to hide.
So it's shocking. It's just shocking. I can't really comment on it, but yeah, it's pretty shocking. My perspective is, who's their trainer? I mean, if there's 4 fighters who are testing positive for whatever drug, well, who's the trainer?
To be clear, Canelo hasn't failed a drug test since 2018 and remains a licensed, active, and widely respected fighter. Still, in a sport built on trust, where legacy depends not only on victories but on fairness, the silence around testing updates has become part of the story. Crawford has faced that scrutiny head-on, while Canelo has yet to respond publicly. As a result, fans, especially on social media, are growing louder in asking whether Bud is being tested.
That's some weak shit. Oh, you can't come in this much and shit. I'll make get the fuck out of here. It's boxing. You got on the scale, I made the weight, regardless when I come back, ass. Hey, you accepted the fight, let's get in there and fight like men. Simple as that.
Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, Crawford's longtime manager, has never been one to sugarcoat, and this fight is no different. Speaking to Ring Magazine, Bomac dismissed the idea of negotiating weight protections, saying, "We don't care about that. You can only get so big. If you get too big, that's on him." In short, Crawford isn't looking for favors, and he certainly doesn't want excuses. That mindset runs through his entire camp. No limits, no excuses, just skill versus skill. Still, it's impossible to ignore that Bud is stepping into the most politically stacked fight of his career. He isn't just battling Canelo, he's facing a size disadvantage, a smaller ring, a hostile promotional atmosphere, a judging system that often favors aggressors in close bouts, and now, questions about anti-doping transparency. For most fighters, that mountain would be enough to walk away. For Crawford, it's fuel. This isn't just another fight, it's a takeover. A statement to the sport, to the promoters, and to the fans who still doubt that defensive, cerebral boxing belongs under the brightest lights. And if the build-up is already this explosive, imagine what happens when they finally meet again inside an 18 by 18 pressure cooker, with the world watching.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
you know
see.
it.
We'll see.
We gonna
son.
see.
Canelo vs. Crawford is drawing closer, and with it, an uncomfortable narrative that boxing rarely confronts has resurfaced, this time called out openly by fighters, fans, and analysts alike. For years, elite fighters like Floyd Mayweather Jr., Terence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney have been dismissed as runners, a label meant to diminish fighters who rely on movement, defense, and tactical brilliance to outthink opponents. Yet when the same style is showcased by fighters like Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk, or Tyson Fury, it's praised as genius, chess-like mastery, or even the Matrix. That double standard hasn't gone unnoticed. Crawford himself recently put it bluntly, "You don't like me moving because I make your favorite fighters miss." It wasn't a throwaway comment, it was a direct shot at a bias many believe is rooted in long-standing racial perceptions, where black fighters are criticized for the very skills others are celebrated for. To now, with an 18 by 18 ring, the smallest ever used in a modern championship fight, many fans believe it's no coincidence. They see it as a deliberate attempt to neutralize slick movers, forcing action by stripping away space and handicapping those who thrive on rhythm and footwork. To be clear, movement in boxing is not avoidance, it's an art. Ali mastered it. Sugar Ray Leonard used it to perfection. Floyd Mayweather refined it. And Terence Crawford has carried it into the modern era with his ability to slip punches, set traps, and switch stances mid-combination. That's not running, it's brilliance. But when the ring shrinks, the art risks being erased, and the expectation shifts, stand and trade, or be called boring. Layer that with racial undertones, and the pressure builds on fighters who aren't being judged only on performance, but on style. In boxing, as in life, image shapes reality, and in this fight, perception could matter as much as punches. The warning signs are piling up fast, a $200 million purse where one man takes 15 times more than the other, no rehydration clause giving Canelo a massive size edge, an 18 by 18 ring that many view as a trap, and lingering questions about testing transparency. This fight is no longer just a sporting contest, it's emotional, political, cultural, and deeply personal. And if history has shown anything, it's that Terence Crawford knows exactly what to do when the lines are stacked against him.
Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Ooh-wee. I had to work for this one. MVP, baby. MVP. Came out here, had to hoop him up, man.
Just weeks ago, at a celebrity basketball event organized by 50 Cent, Crawford nearly found himself in trouble after a confrontation with R&B singer Trey Songz. What began as a lighthearted jumpshot wager turned sour when Trey refused to pay up, provoking Crawford, who admitted he almost lost his cool. It took 50 Cent stepping in to keep the situation from boiling over. That's the same Crawford who will walk into Riyadh on June 20th, standing face-to-face with a man many fans believe has been handed every advantage. If Canelo so much as downplays Crawford's legacy, questions his status, or throws shade about money and power, the tension could snap instantly. And history shows press tours can explode. Think Mayweather vs. Ortiz, Tyson vs. Lewis, or Chisora vs. Hay. Face-offs may be part show and part strategy, but when real animosity is brewing, even the best promoters can't script what happens next. Add in the smaller ring, the suffocating atmosphere, and the cultural and political stakes, and this face-off feels less like a photo op and more like a lit fuse waiting for a spark. With just 2 months left, the build-up to Canelo Alvarez vs. Terence Crawford has gone beyond boxing. This isn't just a title fight, it's a collision of styles, egos, traditions, and unspoken tensions now boiling over. One man is fighting for legacy and history. The other for pride, control, and a record-breaking payday. But the ring may simply be too small for both ambitions to coexist peacefully. And that leaves one burning question: will hands fly before the opening bell? The world will find out when Crawford and Canelo finally stand nose-to-nose in Riyadh on June 20. For more updates on boxing news, moments, events, and breakdowns, subscribe to Knockout Updates and turn on alerts so you never miss a video. Until next time.